大家好，我是陈如玉。今天的主题是什么是素食主义。Eating a plant-based diet means that you're not eating any animal products, so it's mostly whole foods. So it's vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, grains, and there's actually a lot that you can choose from. So even if you're eliminating animal products, what I found when I started eating more vegetables is that I had more freedom and more creativity, because when you have a slight restriction, then it forces you to think outside of the box and think more creatively. So typically people think like vegetarian and vegan is either related to Buddhism, it's religious, or it's very traditional kind of diet. But the kind of lifestyle that I would like to promote is more modern. It's young, it's trendy. A lot of our generation is starting to eat this way because it's everybody understands that it's really good for your health, it's good for the environment, and it's just the best way to live a really high quality lifestyle. So right now, internationally, eating a plant-based lifestyle is becoming more and more popular and more trendy. A lot of celebrities like Beyonce and Jay-Z, they both very, very publicly went vegan and encouraged all of their fans to also become vegan and try eating the lifestyle for a little bit. And it's becoming really popular because young people really understand that the quality of life actually comes from being healthy. And so we're starting to realize that maybe if you go out and party, you'll have fun for one night, but you're going to feel kind of miserable the day after. But when you're actually eating healthy and living a good lifestyle, then you'll be just happy all the time. And so a lot of young people are recognizing that. And also these days we are more aware and we're more concerned about the environment. And one of the least known facts about sustainability is that actually meat production is the #1 contributor to climate change. It's the #1 source of greenhouse gas emissions, and it causes a lot of pollution. It takes a lot of resources with a lot of land, water, and energy to produce just 1 pound of beef. And especially with such a growing population, the world is approaching 8 billion people soon, and that's a lot of people. So in order to be able to produce enough food, we're going to have to start eating less meat, because it takes less resources to produce plants. So if we're using less resources, then we can produce more. And especially the size of farmland and the amount of energy and all of the effort put into growing food as well. So 2 years ago, when I first came to China, I could see that people were really, really interested in eating healthy and living better, but that there actually wasn't a lot of education around how to cook healthy or how to eat, what to eat, what kind of nutrition was in this kind of food. And so I felt that I wanted to help and to help teach people how to cook, how to make it really delicious. I also felt that there wasn't a lot of options in the market, so not a lot of healthy restaurants that were also still really good. There wasn't a lot of food products, drinks or takeaway kind of foods that made it easy to eat healthy. And so those are the kind of issues that I want to try to help solve by providing much more convenient or affordable and accessible kind of food that is delicious and healthy. So when you're eating a plant-based diet, it's much easier to lose weight because, first of all, vegetables and plant-based foods are higher in water and fiber content, and so then it helps you feel full faster and longer, and so then you don't need to eat as much to feel full. Meat is also really high in calories and cholesterol and fat, and so you're eating a lot more that will make you gain weight faster. A serving of steak, for example, has almost 300 calories and 25 grams of protein, and also comes with 20 grams of fat. A serving of tofu have half of the calories, 20 grams of protein, 1/3 of the fat. So you're still getting, just as much nutrition, but you don't have to get as much fat and calories. So that way, it's really easy then to start to lose weight. So there's a lot of diets out there, from low carb, keto, or high protein, high fat, and a lot of these diets, they're, maybe you might lose weight, but actually they're quite dangerous for your body. So a plant-based diet is the most healthy long-term diet. Like a lot of the other ones, like the keto diet, is actually really unhealthy for you. It might work in the short term, like you might actually lose weight and it might work, but it's not going to be healthy in the long run, and you can't maintain it. A lot of people who try these kinds of diets, maybe they lose the weight, but then they gain it back right away. And so a lot of the weight that's lost is, maybe it's water or it's not actually fat, and so it comes back really quickly. A lot of problems with the keto diet, you're eating high fat and low carb, so that means a lot of people are eating like steak and butter and like a lot of these like very high fat animal foods. It's actually going to still raise your cholesterol, cause problems for your kidneys. It's going to raise your risk of cancer and heart disease. I would probably rather be a little bit chubby than to have cancer. So I think that a lot of people don't think about all of the the possible long-term effects when they're trying these diets, and maybe they don't know because the people who are promoting these kinds of diets, they tend to focus only on the benefits of the diet, and they don't talk about all of the risks that are associated. But it's important, if you are trying one of these diets, to be fully educated. So make sure you do your homework, make sure you do your research about all the possible benefits, but also all of the possible negative effects, so that you are the most informed and you're the most knowledgeable. Because you only have one body in your whole life. You only have one. You don't get to have a round two. If you mess this one up, then I get to have another one and I can try again. It doesn't work like that. You only get one, so you have to take care of it, and it's going to be with you for a long time. I know a lot of people say, oh, life is short, so I'm going to have some fun and I'm going to enjoy it. But actually life is quite long, and you're going to find out that maybe if you were unhealthy before, it's going to have an effect on you later in life. And so if you're young, then now is the time that you should be making the decisions and having the right lifestyle, so that when you're older, you'll still be really happy, you'll still have a lot of energy. When I'm 60, I still want to be able to ride my bike or run or dance and have a lot of energy. I don't want to be sitting in bed with unable to move, or too weak or too unhealthy to do anything. So it's about being smart about your decisions and making choices for a long-term benefit, not just for a short-term benefit.